Welcome to Nutrition Bites, the bite-sized videos which help break down the nutrition fundamentals to help you get results. Today, episode 2, I'm going to speak about one of the food groups. Okay, I've already spoke about energy balance in the last episode, which we know now is the most important thing to get right, kind of whatever your results. And kind of once you start ticking these off, you start to looking at your main food groups, or something called your macronutrients. And these are kind of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins. And the one I'm going to talk about today is arguably the most important to get right, which is protein. Now, most people think kind of it's fats or carbohydrates which you need to manipulate or kind of change to get your results, whether it's to kind of to gain muscle or kind of to lose fat. Don't get me wrong, all three are important, but probably the one that is most important is protein. So what is protein? Okay, protein is pretty much responsible for all processes in the body. It's not just for growth and repair. Although when it comes to body composition or dropping fat and kind of maintaining muscle, this is what we want to use it for. Something called protein synthesis, or maintaining muscle or building muscle, okay? And protein synthesis is incredibly important even when we're losing weight, because when we're in a calorie deficit, which we know we need to lose weight, we need to do whatever we can to spare muscle or maintain muscle, because muscle is an active tissue. And what I mean by that is that it's a muscle, or it's a tissue that requires calories. And the more calories you're going to be burning during rest, the more kind of fat you're going to lose. And one of the easiest ways to kind of to build muscle, maintain muscle, is eat enough protein. So where do you get it from? Okay, so protein comes from things like lean meats. The reason why I say lean is because if weight loss or fat loss is your goal, you want to look at calories as well. If you're on the other end of the spectrum and looking to put weight on, then something like a fattier cut of meat will be more beneficial. You can also look at, say, eggs, dairies, even protein powders as well. Although probably not as good as kind of your full or your real kind of foods, they still do have their place for kind of convenience and all from a cost perspective point of view. If you're lactose intolerant, you can get like a vegan blend, okay, which is just as effective as something like a whey. So how much do you have to have? Well, this does kind of depend on your goal somewhat, and usually the more muscle you have to build, actually the less kind of protein per kilo of body weight you need. But a good range to start with is between about 1.5 and 2 grams per kilo of body weight. So for example, if I'm 90 kilos, 2 times 90 is 180, so I probably need about 150 to 180 grams of protein. These can change slightly, so usually when you tend to lose weight, what you'll do is up your protein slightly and come down in, say, your fats or your carbohydrates, whereas if you're looking to build muscle, usually you'll drop your protein slightly and up your carbs and your fats as well. But this is something for another day. But for now, just kind of focus on getting that between about 1.4, 1.5 and 2 grams of kilos per body weight. I think one more thing I need to say is remember what I said at the start of this video about protein synthesis being key for maintaining muscle. And the thing with protein synthesis, or this process which keeps it wanes every 3 to 4 hours. So to stop that happening, what you need to do is make sure that you have your protein every 3 to 4 hours. And initially you might think, oh, this is quite a lot, but all you need to think is have 4 portions per day. And if you're looking for that 120 grams, 30 grams per serving. It really is that simple. So there you have it, protein. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask away. And if you could, please share this. It would mean so much to me. And the last thing, if you haven't already, check out the Nutrition 101 guide, which is free from urbanenergie.com. So I'll see you next time. Stay healthy.